Well, a very poignant moment as South Africa and Mozambique remember those heroes who were under siege in 1981, who perished here in Maputo in what is now known as Matola raid. Wreath-laying ceremony just got underway, and it's been a very emotionally charged affair, as we know that South Africa's freedom was not achieved in a silver platter. But just to get more context about today, what does it mean between South Africa and Mozambique? We're joined by South Africa's High Commissioner here in Mozambique, General Nyanda. So thank you so much indeed, High Commissioner General. Thank you so much indeed for your time. But albeit a very moving occasion as we remember those heroes and that one Mozambican who died as we remember them today.
Well, it's indeed an emotional day, but we are happy that many of the victims' families are here to share with us this anniversary, this important anniversary, the 42nd anniversary. And as you have seen, we have also invited Judge Albisex to be part of this ceremony. He was here at the wreath-laying ceremony. We are now going to the Matola Monument and Interpretative Center, which is jointly run by South Africa and Mozambique. And also we have the Freedom Park Monument people who are here, in fact, who are the co-sponsors of this event with the High Commission of South Africa, as well as the University of Eduardo Mondlane, where Judge Albisex will be giving the lecture today.
And also just a day of friendship between South Africa and Mozambique. I mean, it goes back to the first anniversary where there was a declaration as far back as in 1982. And we do even know today, South Africa and Mozambique, these are formidable partners, whether you look at the economic ties, the footprint of the South African entities, your FNB, your Standard Bank, and many others as well. So it shows of quite a very strong bond that the two nations do enjoy.
Oh, obviously we have very good relations with Mozambique, starting from long ago, even preceding colonial times. Many South Africans who don't know, may not know, particularly from the Nguni, actually came through Mozambique into KZN, into the Eastern Cape. You find that we share the same surnames in many instances. And of course, during the liberation movement, these bonds were strengthened even further. Now, stemming from this relationship, because South Africa and Mozambique are neighbors, and South Africa is a very strong economic neighbor to Mozambique, and that's why you found that when the first attacks took place at Palma, many South African businesses were affected there. Several South African business people were killed there also, which attests to this growing relationship, both economically, politically, relationship wise. So we have very strong bonds of history, very strong bonds of liberation, and now politically we also have got very strong relations with Mozambique, because Mozambique and South Africa are brother and sister. We've got very strong fraternal relationships.
And quite right, High Commissioner. I remember at some point when President Ramaphosa and President Nyusi, they were presiding in one of the binational commissions, and President Ramaphosa said the issue of Cabo Delgado, that's why you have a SADC mission, and South Africa is a troop contributing nation, because terrorism, inevitably, we do know of the implications. You may not be quite privy of the details, but how are they doing so far in terms of repelling those unfortunate attacks?
Well, I'm privy, not obviously of the operational issues, but strategically, I know what is happening, and many of the incidences are reported in the media. South Africa has done very well to degrade the capabilities of those terrorists, those insurgents who are operating in Cabo Delgado. SADC forces with the Tanzanians, with the Botswana, with the Basotho, they are doing a very great job of ensuring that they degrade the capabilities of the insurgents on the ground. And of course, it's not going to take a day or two to dislodge them completely. They have been degraded, but they are still active. And that's why we are still as SADC on the ground to ensure that Mozambique returns to peace.
And just while we have you, High Commissioner, we know that Mozambique and some parts of South Africa, the northern parts mainly, they're very flood prone. And we've seen it's been raining for some time. And we do know that South Africa from time to time plays a very pivotal role in terms of the humanitarian aid. Are we getting anything in terms of trying to try and deal with this issue as we all grapple with climate change?
Of course we do and we can, but I don't think South Africa itself currently is experiencing floods. Just to illustrate the point, I went to Swaziland. I couldn't use the direct route from Mozambique to Swaziland. I had to go through Mpumalanga, but I confronted the same situation and had to take very long, devious routes to Swaziland and back, because we are also experiencing these floods. And of course, this is part of the commonness between South Africa and Mozambique, because once floods come here, there's lots of rain as well in Mpumalanga. So I think if we have not been asked to do anything currently, because I think we also are suffering the same fate as Mozambique from the current strong rains that are taking place in South Africa and Mozambique.
All right, High Commissioner, thank you so much indeed for your time. Of course, High Commissioner to Mozambique for South Africa, General Nyanda, speaking about the importance of the bilateral ties between South Africa and Mozambique. And it's been quite a very evocative moment just walking across the cemetery and looking at those graves where those MK cadres are resting. And of course, heinous attacks from the apartheid regime, not just only in Mozambique. So many frontline states really were affected. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Maputo, Mozambique.